while we're waiting for all the streams to come up, I think we'll just do, let's do some countdown beeps here. Okay, we got an old-fashioned countdown. Um, can you hear that? Okay, we are ready to go. See how cool that was? Everybody dances. Look at him dance. It's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, it's Thursday. Happy birthday. It's your day, July 17th. Celebrating you in a special way. Shine. Smile. We're celebrating you in style. Let's get this music a little bit lower and say thank you to Suno for partnering with me on the music. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is HB2U. It may not be your birthday, but it's somebody's. Welcome to my special guest co-host, Barak E. We only go with last initials. Barak, you want to do a quick introduction, 2 sentences of who you are, what you do, and then I'll get started here?
I think the easiest thing to say is I'm your favorite guest.
Tell them what you've written. You're an author. What do you do?
I wrote several professional books in the field of information security, Why CISOs Fail and the Security Hippie, and also a novel called The Crack in the Crystal. And that is the best book of them all. And you should check it out.
There you go. Thank you very much. So let me read the opening before we go into our birthday list. So pop the confetti, light the candles fast. You know, you're carrying the cake. You want to do it fast. It's happy birthday to you on July 17th. And we hope it's a blast. Bonnie D on her scarlet mic and co-host Barak E too, dishing celebration gold with a fun POV point of view. From icons on the big screen to social stars whose iconics soar. We'll share what they're known for and a little bit of their pre-fame lore. Wacky holidays you've never heard before, plus music milestones you're bound to remember and even adore. We've got candles in the other room, Barak. I don't want to burn the computer. And sparklers and frosting on the cake. I like chocolate. A delicious blend only Barak and I could bake. We were up baking all night. So buckle up, darlings. A fun show is in store. Happy birthday to you, lighting up July 17th with glam, bam, and more. Are you ready? Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, July 17th, events in music history. Here we go. I'll start out with 1955. Disneyland opens in Anaheim, California, with a parade that was broadcast live on ABC TV. Remember when we only had ABC, NBC, CBS, and a couple more? Walt Disney introduced, listen to this, a new group of young performers, the Mouseketeers, who starred in the upcoming series, The Mickey Mouse Club. And the breakout star was the wonderful, the beautiful Annette Funicello. So there you go. That was 1955. What happened next? Barak, what do you got?
1965, James Brown releases the song Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. And I think we all heard it, which became the first song to reach the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10.
For James Brown. Wow, that was cool. 65 and 68. The Beatles' 4th film, the animated fantasy We All Live in Yellow Submarine, premiered in London. Although the Fab Four in the picture are voiced, what? By professional actors. What? The band did make a cameo in the finale, leading audiences through the song All Together Now. I can't sing that one. So that was 1968. What's next?
1974 in London. The Moody Blues opened the world's first quadraphonic recording studio.
That sounds very technical. Do you know what that is? I don't have the details on that.
I just, know that it happened. So let's assume that it is very colorful.
And 4, quadraphonic. There must have been 4 speakers or 4 tracks or something like that.
I would say 4 different colors splashed with verve.
I like that. Verve is another record label. 1981, Universal Pictures. This didn't happen in London, by the way. A whole lot of London today. Universal Pictures released romantic drama Endless Love, starring Brooke Shields. Nobody really remembered the film, but the theme song, a duet by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, spent 9 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it earned Lionel Richie a nomination for Best Song Oscar. What do you think about that? Endless Love. Remember the song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do. So Brooke Shields didn't get the Endless Love for the movie, but they got it for the song. Sometimes that happens. And what have you got?
95, Carole King's Tapestry album or Tapestry album
Tapestry.
is certified. See, this is what happens when you're an immigrant. The sometimes how to pronounce the words gets tricky. Tapestry album is certified diamond for selling more than 10 million copies in the United States.
Wow, I think I still have my Tapestry album from Carole King. What a wonderful album. I saw the story of her life on Broadway. I think it was called Beautiful. I think that was the name of the show, and it was information I didn't know about Carole King. She's still a legend. Let's go to, speaking of legends, let's go to some celebrity birthdays. We've got a couple here. David Hasselhoff is 73 today. Anybody who swooned over him in Knight Rider or Baywatch, send him a happy birthday wish. Happy birthday, David Hasselhoff. He crossed over into a music career in the 1980s. I think it was in Australia, interestingly enough. He was a judge on America's Got Talent from 2006 to 2009. This is interesting, Barak. He appeared as himself in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. David Hasselhoff is in SpongeBob. And in high school, before he got famous, he was a member of the speech team. Excuse me. He was the choir president and captain of the volleyball team. That must have prepared him to be on Baywatch. What do you think?
It surely did. I also, not that that is something probably most listeners know, but there's the episode in Young Sheldon where young Sheldon tries to watch an episode of Star Trek and his brother taped over it at Baywatch and it kind of pauses on that very dramatic image of David Hasselhoff and you can see the horror, the absolute shock and horror on young Sheldon's face. And he's staring at that. He says, but who is this man? Where is Mr. Spock? Right? And it's right.
Well, just so
Wonderful
you
little.
know, the actor who plays young Sheldon, Ian Armitage, his birthday was Tuesday because he was on my HB2U birthday. He wasn't, but we talked about him. Who have you got? We got one more celebrity birthday. Who's up next?
Luke Bryan, who is
Mm.
49 years old and country singer. Hit singles are I Don't Want This Night to End, which was the 2012 CMT of the Year Music Award, and Drunk on You. I
Oh,
actually think that was even more famous in a way.
uh-huh.
Entertainer of the Year, 2014 CMA Awards, 2015 ACM Awards. And in 2018, he became a judge on American Idol. He also got his first guitar at 14. That's actually kind of late, isn't it, for these
Yeah,
prodigies?
kind of
So
is. You're
caught up,
right.
caught up pretty nicely and played with local bands and in local clubs as a teenager in Leesburg, Georgia.
Happy birthday, Luke Bryan. And we have two in memoriam birthdays. These are people who certainly made a name for themselves. I'll take the first one, Phyllis Diller. She was born in 1917. A lot of young people today have no idea who she was, but stand-up comedian, an actress, an author, a musician, a visual artist, meaning I believe she painted, best known for her eccentric persona, self-deprecating humor. She had a heck of a voice too. Wild hair, blonde hair in every direction, and her outrageous clothes and her exaggerated cackling laugh. And she liked to joke about one of her husbands. I know she was married several times and she called him Fang. She also wrote these books, Phyllis Diller's Housekeeping Hints, Phyllis Diller's Marriage Manual, The Complete Mother, and The Joys of Aging and How to Avoid Them. That was that was her. And do you remember Phyllis Diller,
Oh
Barack?
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
A trailblazer.
she was. She was also a trailblazer in terms of, shall we say, facial enhancements. She kept getting younger. Let's just say that. Yeah, she did. Who've you got for the next in memoriam?
I am excited because the one I have was born in 1935. Hawkeye, Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
Yes, the Canadian actor, father of Kiefer and other sons he named. They all were named after film directors that Donald had worked with, which is really kind of cool. But played Hawkeye Pierce in MASH, the 1970s movie, one of my favorites. And also in The Eagle Has Landed, The Dirty Dozen, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Ordinary People, and the Hunger Games franchise. If you remember his role, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think the interesting bit about Donald is that he actually wanted to be an engineer. Oh, come on, Donald. I can tell you it's not that would not have been a good choice for you.
Well, he certainly made a name for himself and his family as well. And I was a devotee of the show 24, which stars Kiefer. and watched that for. And there was, I think he was in Designated Survivor as well. I think he might have been the president in that one. Unlikely. When never mind. It was a good series. I was sorry it was canceled.
24 was incredible, by the way.
24 was. I think I did 7 seasons of that, and then there were certain characters who kept popping up, and it was like, okay, we got to go 24 hours, and it's going to be 8 episodes, and all these people. Yeah. Anyway, it was great, but after 7 seasons, I couldn't do it anymore. Let's go to the world of social media, where you and I probably don't know who these people are, but they're here for a reason. I selected them because. On YouTube, we have a birthday, a young man. He's 38. That's a young man named Kobe, Coby Cotton. His brother is Corey Cotton, by the way. Why is he here, Barak? He has 61 million plus subscribers. And what's interesting is that the channel is called Dude Perfect, and he and his brother Corey and three other, and I do a show called Two Saucy Dame and Cool Dude, and you're one of my cool dudes. I think you were cool dude number 25. I'm up to 45, by the way. He and they co-founded this channel called, and they were all students at Texas A&M when they channeled the Dude Perfect. It's a sports and entertainment brand specializing in comedy and trick shots. Get this, with ping pong balls, boomerangs. How do you do a trick shot with a boomerang? Never mind.
I've seen those videos.
Have you soccer balls,
Yes.
water bottles, and balls? What are they like?
It is kind of crazy. And I love that they also put videos of, they're like, this actually took us 1,173 attempts. And when it finally happened, and it's one of those things every single time they have to prepare to be excited, and the vast majority of the time it isn't working. And yet somehow they stick with it, right? Which is really cool.
Wow, I had no idea that you knew that. I'm going to have to ask my future on my Cool Dude show if they have watched the Dude Perfect channel. There you go. That's a new qualification. I won't hold them to it, though. Who have you got on TikTok for us? This is another interesting one.
Yeah, she is the gangsta grandma.
And she's 97, by the way. I didn't put that into your note. She's 97 today.
2.5 million fans,
Yes.
former librarian of all things, and who does comedy, and also known for lip syncing to modern songs, including hip hop and rap, and on Musical, which is an app, and that eventually became TikTok.
Hmm.
And featured in a video where she is actually rapping and not just lip syncing. So that's really, really cool. And she wears, weird custom costumes and accessories, like these massive glasses and gold shutter shades, and a gold mustache is attached. That was probably another weird immigrant pronunciation of the word, but that's okay.
It's fine. We say mustache, you say mustache. Potato, potato, tomato,
Right?
tomato. It's just fine. Yeah, she's Gangsta Grandma is 97 years old. Happy birthday. And I've got a picture of her I'm not going to share, but she's got these gold glasses that have like shutters on them. So they're coming across her eyes with this. It's hanging. I had to buy glasses with a mustache hanging from chains for one of the plays I wrote and produced and directed in New York. For one of my characters. They were two people meeting on a dating site, and they were supposed to be anonymous to each other. They had numbers like, I'm XBW947K. Who are you? And they were wearing these Groucho types of glasses so I still have a set here, but they don't look as cool as Gangsta Grandma. Who have you got on Instagram for us?
It's your turn, I
Oh,
think.
my turn. I was so excited about that. Okay. Instagram, Q Park. The letter Q, capital P for Park. It's a he. He's 46, all grown up. He's got 4.9 million followers. He's a Korean American Instagram and Vine superstar. I guess 4.9 million makes you superstar. He over exaggerates real life situations. What's interesting to me is that he's a graduate of Yale University. He worked for Morgan Joseph and Company Inc. I assume that's an investment firm. He owned a Korean barbecue restaurant, and he has advertising deals with Virgin Mobile, Pepsi, and Gap. He's in business here. His first single, A, that's A-Y, was
I
featured in
think
an
it's I,
article,
I, I, right?
I. Ha ha ha, hoo hoo, I. Okay, I. Was featured in an article in Billboard magazine in January 2020. So Q Park, 46 years old. Happy birthday. Now it's your turn. Go ahead.
So, 2 million fans. On the younger side, 20 years old. And that's Theo Z, who is a Swedish social media personality whose real name is Theo Haraldsson.
Ooh.
And he dances, lip syncs videos. One of the 6 finalists nominated for Sweden's Big Buzz Awards for Rising Star. And I know very little about him otherwise, or pretty much nothing at all about. Happy birthday, Theo.
Yes, I thought this was interesting because the four social media stars I picked for today's social media star happy birthday shout outs, Barak, are from such diverse community, shall we say. We've got the Dude Perfect with 61 million subscribers, who with his brother and three other students from Texas at A&M started this funky you went there. You know what Dude Perfect is. These boomerang, these trick shots. Then we've got the gangsta grandma who's 97, so that's a whole different demographic. Then we've got our Korean American Q Park who's 46, and we've got the baby Theoz who is Swedish. So I think I picked a very am I allowed to say diverse? I just said it. There we go. It's time for some.
That's an unallowed word. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. An interesting, variegated list of people. Yes. And we had Phyllis Diller and Donald Sutherland as well as, yes, good list today. Okay. We have four national holidays we're going to talk about briefly. It's Baby Boomers Recognition Day. If I can find a baby boomer, I will recognize them. Let's leave that on the table there. Happy birthday, all of you boomers. Okay, what have you got?
I like the next one. It apparently today is the National Black Cat Appreciation Day. Yay!
What are we supposed to do on that day? Are we supposed to find a black cat and say, "Don't you dare cross my path"? What are we supposed to do?
No, just pick them up and lovingly pet them. What do you mean?
I think I'll let you do that and you'll send me a video of it. The next one is interesting. It's National I, and the next word is all capital letters, Love My Feet Day.
Ooh.
And I think I'm due for a pedicure. So I think that's what I'm going to do is take the message that today is I love my feet day. But your feet are part of who you are and they carry you places, right? And they help you. I heard there's a relaxation technique if you're feeling jumpy or nervous or depressed or sad. You just close your eyes and you touch your toes to the floor, take off your shoes, socks, whatever you've got, wherever you are, if it's safe, and you wiggle your toes and you feel the ground under you and you explore the sensations. Is it a hard floor? Is it a carpet? Is it cold? Is it warm? What do your toes tell you? And that's a way to relax. What do you think? Interesting?
I think it's also a form of meditation. So, I mean, the
Yes.
whole, right? So
Yes.
absolutely. It also sounds like this could be renamed as National Fetish Day, but I won't.
I knew it was risky inviting you, but we are having fun. Okay, and we've got one more holiday. What's your next last holiday?
And so the last holiday is today is National Thrift Shop Day. And I actually think that's really awesome because when I was totally broke, I used to spend plenty of time in various Goodwills.
Really? You
Yes.
did?
And in fact, I built
See?
my board game collection on the back of a find that I made in the local Goodwill that I bought for $5 and sold for $750 on eBay, and
What was
then
this again? Tell us again. What did you build?
my board gaming collection.
Really?
I found an entire set of a game called Talisman Second Edition, and it was in great shape. And yeah, that then funded me being able to buy my first few board games. It was great.
That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. I'm a fan of thrift shops. We don't have too many around here where I live in the Loudon, Tennessee area, but there's one that is staffed by veterans. And I went there about 2 years ago, and I like to put my plants. I like cuttings from coleus plants. I take a couple of snips if I find one. I carry a little scissors in my purse, little pocket scissors, and a little baggie with a little paper towel that's wet. If I think I'm going to be somewhere where they're going to be, I'll take a snip and then I'll root them in water. But I like to plant them in colorful pots. Well, interesting soup bowls and interesting ceramics that you can pick up for 99 cents, $1.99 in thrift shops. Sometimes make very interesting planters. They don't have a hole in the bottom, but you could put a couple rocks in there and put a little something over them for drainage. And I enjoy those very much. But I have some knives I bought at a Goodwill for 5 cents a piece many years ago. They weren't sharp cutting knives, but they were called Chef's something or other, designer. And they had a plastic handle with little pictures on it. And they were really cool. Thrift shops, I think, were the precursor of what we got as eBay, right? Right?
Yeah, I think they kind of coexist pretty well. One is the
Yeah.
source for items for the other.
That's absolutely right. I enjoy going to thrift shops to see. We had a thrift shop, a St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop in near where I lived in Great Neck many years ago, New York, Long Island. And it turns out that the woman who ran it was an antique dealer, and she liked to price things a certain way. And so she found out a way to take the glassware. People brought in Mikasa candy dishes and vases and things. They had extra set of dishes, or they got a lot of housewares for an anniversary present they didn't want. People brought in amazing stuff. And she found out a way to take a red magic marker and put a red dot. And then she'd have a sign in the store. Anything with a red dot is 50% off. So I loved glass. I used to put my jewelry I bought on eBay into glass candy dishes on my desk so I could see it and enjoy it. So I would go there and buy and buy. She had beautiful stuff. It was more like an antique store, but at thrift store prices. So I talked to her once and she said she was a professional antiquer and she went to the big shows, big antique shows, and that's why everything was arranged so beautifully in her store. It was really, really fun. We are out of holidays. We are out of birthdays. Do you know anybody who's July 17th, Barak?
No, but in a couple of days, my son is going to. Well, no, we're in July. What am I saying? That was last
Okay.
month. That was June.
Okay. All
I am
right.
not in the right month.
Oh, well, you're just overwhelmed with all of the wonderful things. I'm going to tell you how much I appreciate you. Here we go. See? Take a bow. Take a bow. Thank you for being my guest co-host, and let's wave goodbye. We're going to play the music right now. Here we go. Let's dance a little more. I'm Bonnie D. This is Baraki. We've had a lot of fun. The world needs more fun, right, B? And we're here to do it. Relationships is about connection. It's about sharing things. It's about understanding other cultures, other people. It's about complimenting. It's about sharing good things. That's what we're here for. Take a break. Enjoy this. I think we did about 20 minutes. Good show. I'm going to lower the music and say, I'll be back tomorrow with another happy birthday show. Bob.